Be awesome. What's up, guys? Blue chips. What's going on? What's going on? As you saw, inhale, exhale. Be awesome. Let's do it. I actually had to kind of do that this morning. Quite a bit. I was inhaling and exhaling quite a bit. That's a good idea, Tom. I might have to try that out, to be honest. Especially because I feel like I'm getting out of the house later and later every single day, which is not helping with getting back a little bit early to kind of go over some things. APOP is the mover this morning. This thing came all the way from 250 up to a high of 830. Kind of chilling around 630 right now. So we'll see what that does the rest of the day. We obviously have no shares. If we do watch it, it'll just be kind of just a watch. What else we got? Really not much on the bear scam watch list. MTL's on there, but the range really isn't that great. PAC D, no shares there. Plus the range isn't that great either. Pretty much everything on the bear scam watch list is not really looking that great today. Lots of really low floaters. I mean, if you're into that, great, but a lot of it's very low range as well. Let's see, HABT. It's kind of interesting. I kind of scrolled through this earlier, and there really wasn't anything to look at. The gapper list, you have APOP up top, ADXS. We have no shares there. Range isn't that great. It's kind of a penny stock. TYME. This is actually one of the stocks that I traded. And I think it was back in like January. Yeah, during this big move right here that you see on the daily. I got in somewhere around like $3, and it just kept on going. And I that's when I was swing trading. I was looking to hold this all the way back down to this $2 area, and it just never did until it ran all the way up to over 4, up to like 440, 450 area. So that kind of sucked when it happened. That's something we'd be willing to play, but obviously not where it's at. I'd have to get back up there towards 3, which I don't really see happening. What's up, Toms? How you doing, man? So many Toms. You guys are crazy with these Thomases. My dad's name's Tom. We got Thomas. We got Tom. They're everywhere. APLS. We got about 4 seconds here, so we're just going to kind of use the scanners. APLS, that's kind of a scary range, so we might not be partaking there, so just kind of see what the scanners give us. So we'll go over to the scanners here. And that's what I need to do today. At least looks like the chat box is actually working today. Let's give it the old test. The viewers are working today, so that's good. APOP is trying to pop here at the bell. Pun intended. So yeah, the chat box is working. It's good to know for later. We'll keep the scanners up for now, though. Also have some new buttons on our montage if you didn't notice. Those are kind of like little test buttons. See if they're all demo account buttons, so no worries there. If you see me hitting those buttons, they're not real trades, but you'll see right here under the account section on the positions that it's the trading account. So, but I am not looking to take any trades via that. That would just be more of if nothing is working for what we normally look at, which as of right now, a minute in, there's really not much going. Nothing on the plus I3 scan, which is what we typically look at. Got HIMX, I just pulled that up on my other chart. It's not really something we'd be interested in. Nice, Tom. Very nice. Attaboy. APA. Oh, you went long there on the breakout? Yeah, that thing popped. Surprised that's not... it's on the scanner, just a larger float, larger price, so didn't necessarily see it. This is actually something I'd be interested in shorting. I would have to see it get a little bit higher than where it's at, though. Not that big of an extension. This APLS is kind of crazy. It tried to shoot up there at the bell, got rejected. Probably going to continue down. Pretty classic candle there to look at before it decides to continue down. There it goes. The range on that thing is crazy. And the spread's pretty scary too. I'm going to stay away from that one. We are not worthy. HIMX. Love to see this thing really pop up. But it doesn't seem to want to do that. This A pop is getting crushed. Might try out the old button here if it gets below this 550 area. I feel like a lot of liquidity would be right there. The scanners are going nuts, I'll tell you, I'll give you that. We go VNet. Just don't like the volume there. Keep an eye on this though, if the volume wants to come in. This thing has some rain. Look at these last 4 or 5 days here. About a point range. I've already went about 40 cents. Be interested if that gets up near 10. MTL. Just no range here. XERS. It's not the chart we're looking for. There's no volume on any of these ones that actually look good. The range on the ones that have volume aren't very good, like A-Core. Nice, Tom. Yeah, I saw that. That looked like a key area. I mean, like looking at ANF, this is why I don't like the low volume, because it just sits there. I mean, it's not even moving. MTL, I'd be interested if we can get the pop up over 320, which was the high from yesterday. 342, 342 is the area we'd be looking at there. I mean, ANF looks appealing, just not what I typically play, these low volume. And you got something like A-Core where it's trying to get extended on some volume, but there's just no range. CPRX. Same thing, no range. I'm watching MTL as it gets smashed down, and that's got a spread. It also doesn't really have any volume. The old infamous OCX. Only if I would have just held on to that thing. Would have finally got my money back. What was the other one? A-Pop. I tried to get down to 550. This is frustrating. Really just nothing calling my name here. Even though the scanners are going off, there's a lot of intense moves happening. They're just not the type of plays that we typically look for. Excuse me. It's a big drop off there on PACD, PACD. Turn off. Help. That's all it does, though. Man, this APLS is getting hammered. Balls? No, balls. Whoa, look how strong you are. You're so strong. Yeah, there's a lot of them in there. CANF, CANF attempting to move back up, drop there at the bell, and from pre-market. Looks like ANF did get that move up there through 18. Came right back down, but not something I'd be interested in. Just not on any volume. APOP, as you can see in the montage, no, I do not have any shares available. Yeah, I'm with CMEG too, Mr. Gifford. You should know that. Apple. The ball. Apple. Come on, give us something to play. Yeah, I was actually watching it, looking for a possible play with one of these new buttons that I have. I still have my other chart up. You guys just can't see it. chapstick. Mm. Looks like we might actually get that chance right here. Problem with what? Is that if you're going to be using these buttons, I should have already hit it a bunch of times by now. Yeah, I literally just put them on there yesterday. They're kind of a set risk type play. So like if this wants to get down there towards 5, I'd most likely be interested in seeing if it works out. I'm trying to basically read the charts the same way. No, I haven't. I don't even know if they work. It's something I'm kind of testing out. Hence they say magic. I'm still trying to do my strategy 100%, but as you guys have noticed recently, my strategy hasn't been producing too many opportunities. So as I've been bored waiting, I've just been kind of exploring some other ideas. I'd really like to get it closer down towards 5. Man, APLS got crushed. Dun, dun, dun. Cell B going off on the scanner now. No volume, no range. XLE. Yeah, that thing's getting crushed. Yeah, so you don't like this. I'm not going to turn it on because I'm going to be the one chasing it. I'm going to waste all my chapstick. It looks like we might be missing out here on a pop. Not really missing out. Would have been a demo trade anyway. Still getting stuffed a little bit. Yeah, MU had a decent move this morning. MU has been very active lately. You want to turn it on? You're scared of it, bud. I don't want to turn it on. You're going to freak out, and then I'm going to have to chase it. I remember playing MU. It was down in the 40s. Now it's up near 60. Blah, 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 blah. Another boring morning for myself. This is getting frustrating. Still watching APOP here just to see if we want to test out one of these new buttons, but I'd like it down towards 5. I'd like to see the poke through 5, to be honest. I need to sit down and figure out the price ranges for these. Hence I have 4 different ones. They're supposed to be for price ranges. The higher the percentage, the lower the price. Which I know I'm speaking gibberish to you guys because I haven't even told you what they do. But basically it just sets up a range order for 1 to 3 risk reward. And it's solely based off of using the scanners. But I'm not to a point right now where I'm interested in doing just this. I'm still looking for my strategy. So I get caught up looking for my strategy, and case in point, I miss all of the possible plays using these buttons. But essentially, these buttons are to correspond with the minus I3 scan. And pretty much anytime you see minus 20 or higher, or I guess lower in this case, anything lower than minus 20, you would look to use these buttons. So essentially, you'd be taking multiple trades with this type of setup, but it's not something I am super comfortable with. That's why they're all on demo, and that's why they're there to just kind of test, just to see if they even would work. But I mean, you're still looking for key areas on a chart, so that's what I was doing here with APOP. So even though it did pop up here on the minus I3 scan over or under 20 on this red candle here, I didn't hit the button because I felt looking at the chart I'd have better odds waiting for it to come down towards $5. Because usually in between the $0.5 and whole dollar, there's not that much liquidity. But unfortunately, it looks like I'm being proven wrong in this case. Look at APLS. That thing is just getting slaughtered. It gapped up to, it touched 50, and it's all the way back down to 35.50 now. Insane. From $30. It came from $30. It's nuts. It does look like APOP is going to work out. It's looking like it's trying to curl up. CTIB, low floater, no range, no volume. It's the story of the morning, story of the week really so far, yesterday and today. Yesterday really nothing moved at all as far as getting extended high of day. Everything's just been very grindy, and that's not what we're really looking for. And the ones that weren't, they're either low floats or just low volume, weren't extended like, as we like. So there's just a lot that goes into our strategy and attempting to play it safe and putting the odds in our favor that just aren't happening these past couple weeks. Let's play. And of course, as I said, APOP was about to work. It is still consolidating. PIR is another one. It's a lower float. It does have some range though, but the volume's not that great. Plus it's on SSR, which is another rule that we don't trade. Plus we don't have shares on it anyway. This XERS gapped up yesterday after hours and kind of consolidated up there into the pre-market, and then at the bell pretty much gave everything back, going right down below yesterday's highs. The market's being funny today. What's the SPY look like? Yeah, the SPY, maybe that's why. SPY's kind of down on the day after essentially gapping up. Gapped up over 324. Now we're back down towards 322. Just rolling through some charts here. Might try one of these buttons out if XERS wants to dip below 6 here. Just to give it a try. Just to give us something to look at. I'm playing with them today. Place an order for MU, then place a stop. My first time doing that, but now I can't see how to do a standard sell order on top of that. Can you advise? So you bought or did you short? I'm assuming you just had placed an order. I'm assuming you bought since you said a standard sell order. There goes APOP down there towards 5 like we were looking before. See if we can get the dip through 5. So if you bought to put a standard sell order, go to your montage and hit this little P button next to the shares. It'll put your amount of shares in there. Then just change whatever you want your take profit to be, which is obviously going to be higher than your average and the current price, and then just hit sell, and it should just put the order in. Oh. Yeah, if you put a stop order in, so like if you go here, stop, and then you keep it on limit and you put a price in and it goes through. Yeah, sometimes that's been happening to me lately too. I've actually been putting my stops at market now, so that way it just gets me out regardless. So I might get some slippage, but at the same time, I am guaranteed to get out. Which part? If you put a stop order in like this, it's automatically set to limit. So if you put the order in here, say 514, it's going to only take you out at 514. It's going to trigger and then take you out at 514. So if it blows through 514, you're not going to get that stop. You're not going to get that price, and it's just going to keep going without you. But if you set it to market and put 514, when it hits that stop, if it continues down, it's going to take you out even though it goes through 514. So like say it goes down to like 510, 509 or whatever, that's the price you'll get. Yeah, if you press the P, that means position. So whatever your current position in shares are, you just hit P and it'll put the amount in there if it's not already in there. And nothing is doing what we want today. This is crazy. I don't understand the logic of a stop limit. I would only use a stop order. Well, I mean, a stop limit is a stop order, but they are an issue. If you put a stop limit at a key area, like say you're risking off $5 and you put your stop limit at $4.99, the odds are if $5 break, that's a key area, it's just going to blow through it, right? So if it blows through that area, your order's not going to get hit most likely. So especially if you're not direct to market. If you're direct to market, the odds are your order's always going to get hit because your order is going to be sitting there and it has to go through your order to get on. But if you're using a route that isn't, direct to market, the odds are if you're sitting at a key area like that, you might not get filled because the price action moves so fast that you're just not going to get a fill. There's not enough people there sitting that are going to buy your shares. Well, it's the same thing. Like where it says limit, you change this to stop, and then down here, see where it says stop type? What? Oh, you got your 2 red cars? I'm not going to leave it on, bud. You're scared of it. I'm sorry. I'm just now thinking that you might not have your montage set up the same way, so that could be the issue. Want me to turn it on? Yeah, so you're scared of it. And it's loud. I don't want to put it on and have it running around the house. All right, here it goes. There it goes. $10 as he starts screaming here soon. Stop limits are for investors, not traders. Now, I actually agree. The more I've been using stop limits, I've been realizing that they can be scary, especially when you're putting your stops at key areas. So if you right-click inside a dead area in the montage, Mr. Gifford, go to Style, and it's probably on default. So go down to Stop Order. So right-click, Style, Stop Order. And inside there, it'll pop up like this. So now when you come to stop, you come down to Stop Type, put in Market. Oh, look at this. Let's try one of these buttons real quick. See if we can kind of feel the bottom here a little bit. All right. So what we just did there is we put an order in. Our risk is, it should be $25, and it puts a range order in. So you guys can't see the range order. And for some reason, this is cut off in my, I have to change that. So basically the max that we can lose here should be $25 if it wants to continue down. But what we're looking to win is it's a 3-to-1 risk reward ratio. That's what it puts an order in off your entry based off of that. So we're looking for, so 482 is our average, and the range order is set to 468 is our stop, and 525 is our take profit. So it automatically puts the range order in, which I can, let's see if I can show you. So there's that. There's that stupid thing is stuck, like it always gets stuck. But it's a set it and forget it type trade. So because it puts a stop in for you, I don't have to worry about it anymore. Like you attempt to find a good entry, and I'm basically risking, I'm assuming I'm giving it 3% as a range. So basically it's a 1 to 3, but so I'm looking to give it 3%, but I'm looking to get 9%. But I'm always only risking $25. And these come straight off the scanners, right? So you see APOP up here going off. So the idea behind this is anything that goes through 20, you pull the chart up, you look for the spot to enter, you hit the button, and then forget about it. I mean, you can sit here and watch it, which I'm doing just because I have nothing else to do. But the theory behind it is it's kind of automated a little bit. So you're essentially hitting the button on one trade, pull up another chart. Hit the button on another one, pull up another chart. Like, all you're doing is just pulling the chart up right off the scanner, looking for an entry, and then that's it. You're always risking the same amount. You're always looking to take profit at the same amount. So even if you're like 40, 50% win rate, you're gonna be pretty profitable actually. But the whole point is the scanner puts these hold on, I need to go get this. You're mad that I turned it off? It was just sitting there, not doing anything. But the whole point behind these types of trades is the scanner throws these plays out constantly, and the data mining behind it has proven that these work over the course of 30 minutes, will give you a 1 to 3 risk reward 40 to 50% of the time. So it's more of a grind with these types of plays, but trying to sit here and nitpick which ones will and won't work is not the idea behind it. Because there's going to be ones that are alerted that you think are going to work that don't work, and ones that you don't think are going to work that do work. So the premise behind it is to hit it on every single one, looking for it, to do its thing. Let the odds play in your favor. It's going. It's going. Go find it. It's one of those cars that's never supposed to get stuck, but for not ever supposed to get stuck, it gets stuck a lot. Well, it's going, bud. I can hear it. Sorry, Mr. Gifford. So literally anywhere in the montage, like, let's see if we can find some dead space here. I guess I have dead space down here. Try clicking, right click in between like your buy and cancel button. That should do it. So this trade's actually looking like it could work out for us. Our take profit was at 525. See if we can get up there. Sell B. Sell B is another one. Low volume, low range. Not too much going on there. Getting there, 517. You found it. Nice. There we go. So yeah, go style and then go to stop order. And then it should make your montage look just like mine. 20, getting a little bit of a squeeze here. 22, almost there. 25, we're on the ask. Just need that one little push there. 24, we were on the ask for a second. On the ask again. And there we go. Stuck again. Yeah, go get it. I'm going to appease him for a second. So just to show you, that was my first time using this. And I just took it right off the scanner. It's a little bit of a thing that we set up, so it gives us a 1 to 3. We attempted to pick the bottom based off of the play on the -I3 scan, put a 1 to 3 risk reward trade in, risking $25 to make $75, and it worked. It was actually pretty quick too. So nice. Wish it was for real. That would have been over my quota for the day. All right, I'm gonna turn it off, okay? It's not working, bud. Here, how about this? You want me to hook you up with some tunes? Hook you up with some tunes? What's that? Pick one. Peppa? 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 There's Peppa. You want to watch? Sit on your couch? Up? 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 All right. So the what was I gonna say? Yeah. Oh, so the theory behind this is if you're only right 1 out of the 4 times that you try this, you should essentially break even. So that's the nice part. So if you're right more often than not, you should be profitable. So if it's 40-50%, obviously that's enough if you only need to be right 25% of the time. I'd like to see a video on the way you set those buttons up sometime. Yeah, we're gonna look into that. Not sure. I don't want to put something out there that I haven't tested myself. So we're gonna wait a little bit before getting into that. Why do I always make money in demos, seldom in real? It's because there's no emotion, man. There's no emotion when you're demo trading. It's a lot easier to hit the buttons and see the charts without any emotional bias. Anybody have any other questions? By the way, if you are new here, I see we do have a few more viewers than usual. I am Tim. My name is Tim here at Volatility Trading. We are going to be live here Monday through Friday in the mornings. Tell your friends. If you aren't subscribed, feel free to subscribe. If it's public, it'll pop up and I can give you a nice little shout out. Say thank you for subscribing. It's about as real as it gets here on this channel. We don't hide anything. We're here every single day. You can go back and check my channel all the way back from when I started in February. Post every day. I haven't been necessarily posting a video every day if I don't make a trade because I have the live stream. So if I'm not trading anything, I feel like there's no reason to post a video afterwards. But if I do trade, I always post a video. I always show you everything as transparent as I can be. You always see my account number up on the screen. It's been there since the beginning. As you can see, this obviously is the training account because I was trying out a new strategy. But that's all I can say. It's as real as it gets here on volatility trading. Volatility trading. That's what we're looking for. We're looking for volatility, and we're not really getting much of it lately. I actually have made one of those, John. Let me find it. I guess it depends. Are you asking about DOS in particular, or are you using Sterling? Because I never did one for Sterling. What's up, traders? So, upon request, we're gonna get into a. As you heard, upon request. There's the video. Okay, if it's DOS, that link I just sent you, that's a video that I did setting everything up. It's a little bit of an older video. If for some reason you don't see anything in there that I may have missed, just let me know and I'll help you out. I'm pretty good with DOS and everything that comes with it, so just let me know if there's anything that's not in there and I'll help you out. Sweet. Yeah, anybody that can use the promotion code, that's obviously your choice, but hey, $2.95 instead of the $3.95 kind of makes, it's kind of a no-brainer. If you're going to sign up with no code, it's $3.95, so why not just use the affiliate code that I have provided? You get $2.95. It's pretty awesome. It's $1 every single time you enter a trade, so $2 if you just go in and out once. Do I use trade ideas, Ryan? No, I'm very, this is, as you can see on the right side of my screen, these two scanners here, the minus I3 and the plus I3, there's actually, oh, you know what? I changed it and I totally forgot to set it up. Give me 1 second here. I can show you my whole other screen. Let's see. These are the Intensity Stockwatch scanners. And I have a whole video on them as well. So I'll link that to you in a sec, but I want to set this screen up real quick. So yeah, I was going to say, you might go black for 1 second. Give me display, add source, new source. Should be this one. Yep, there we go. Okay, so you should be able to see this. Let me see. I actually logged out of my YouTube by accident, so let me get back in there to make sure you guys can see what I'm seeing. One second, almost there. Okay, there we go. Okay, cool. So you are seeing what I'm saying. Okay, just wanted to make sure. All right, so these are all the scanners that come with Intensity Stock. Obviously, this isn't every scanner that comes with it, but there's a bunch of different ones. But the main ones that I use are this plus I3 scan right here and the minus I3 scan. So the idea behind these two are, let me go back to full screen here. So when I pull up a chart, like MTL, it's going off on the minus I3 scan. What it's doing is it's showing me moves that are having high intense moves to the downside. So if you're looking to buy the bounces or buy the dips, that's what that scanner's for. And the plus I3 scan works in the exact opposite way. So it would look for, there's nothing going off on it right now to show you, but it would look the exact opposite. You would just have something that's working its way to the upside, extending itself on an intense move, to the upside. So it's just the same scanner in reverse. And these two scanners that's all I use. It's all I've been using since February, since I started this channel. And you can go back and watch. It's very, very nice. Trade ideas is, I'm not going to talk bad about trade ideas. They do what they do. But they are designed to be customizable to kind of fit what the 90% is looking for. So if you have an idea in your head that this EMA crossing this EMA at a certain range on the daily or whatever. Like you can make a scanner for that specific scenario, where these intensity stockwatch scanners, they just show you what works, right? They just show you the intense moves, because the stronger the move, the weaker the trend. So that's what we're looking for. We're looking for stocks that move quick, and we're looking to get in on the end of that quick move for the bounce, whether it's up or down. So that's really the premise behind these scanners with intensity stockwatch, and they're proven to work. So that's all that I have to say about that, because there's really nothing else to say about it. They work. It doesn't need to be customized like you would do on Trade Ideas and all that good stuff. But I'll give you the link to a video that kind of goes through everything, and you can kind of decide for yourself. Which brings me to another good point. I'm doing, for when we hit 1,000 subscribers, we're doing a giveaway, which I'll also post that link. That link is for the scanners, if you want to go check them out. And there's obviously a discount there since I'm affiliated with them. You can get up to 30% off your lifetime subscription. It's not a lifetime subscription, but for the lifetime of as long as you want to be subscribed, you can have that discount. And my son, hold on one sec. So, and then this link, oh my God. And then that link is for the 1,000 subscriber giveaway that we're about to do Friday. Another thing, if you guys are new here, we do a Friday night live stream every single Friday. So feel free to check that out. It's kind of like an end cap to the week. We kind of just go over the week, go over some trades, go over kind of what's happening in the market, kind of bullshit a little bit, just talk stocks. We just kind of talk about whatever and anything, just to kind of, let go of the stock market into the weekend. So it's kind of just a way to get one last little, chat about the market and all that good stuff. And I run it I'm just the host. I run it very much as a community thing. So when everybody shows up, I tend to just let everybody kind of ask questions and kind of let the viewers and kind of lead the direction of the stream. So there is that. But in the 1,000 subscriber giveaway, we're giving away 2 weeks of the scanners, part of the Team ISW scanners. So you get to come into the chat rooms with us for 2 weeks, as well as you get access to the Platinum scanners as well. And on top of that, we are also giving away the Trading Journal. It's with TraderSync. You guys have seen me start using this on the channel. This is another way that I'd show my transparency. Just kind of show you guys everything that's going on. But I'm actually curious. Okay, so they're doing it down here. So we're still waiting on it up here, the line graph. Yeah, I just talked to him yesterday. But anyways, they're giving me access to 3 pro accounts for a whole year. So as you can see, this is a very modern looking trading journal where you can put all your trades in. You can come over to reports. You look at the reports. You can look at it in any kind of different ways. You can search by symbol, date. You can set it up by strategy. You can go look at just your trades. You can go look at your performance via the calendar. There's so many different cool perks of this journal. And the pro account is actually $30 a month, but they're giving me access to 3 of them for a whole year. So that's over, I did the math in my head, $360 per person per journal that we give away. So that's pretty cool, pretty substantial. So it's over $1,000 just in the TraderSync journal that we're giving away. And the scanners themselves are just 2 weeks in the room with the team. That's pretty priceless. But it's over $100 in value. But it'll be worth way more just being able to ask everybody questions and whatnot. You should show your kid those truck toy unpacking and demo videos. We watch those for hours. Yeah, Mr. Gifford, what was you kind of disappeared on me the last time when you did win. You'll have to get in contact with me still. I tried contacting you when it happened, but you kind of disappeared. Yeah, December was pretty crazy, to say the least, for myself. So TNXP is going off on the plus I3 scan. So just to show you what I was talking about. So look at the extension that we're getting here from the VWAP area on some volume. So this is the opposite of the minus I3 scan. So basically we'd be looking for a big push, and this is where you would put your other factors into play. Like I typically look for previous resistance and I look for extension away from that. So this isn't something I'd be interested in. I don't have shares available anyway. Plus it's a lower float. But you're looking for a nice extension on a strong move, that would be an intense move. So, and then you're looking for the reversal. The stronger the move, the weaker the trend. The more intense the move, the weaker the trend. So you're looking for the top and you're looking for it to reverse. And that's the whole point behind the scanners. That's all they're designed to do. Simple, simplistic, whatever you want to say. And look, there it goes. There's the reversal right off the top. And that's all you're looking for, right? You can look for it to continue down, like you pay yourself along the way, take some out, and then kind of look for it to go back down through too. But, that's where your own personal strategy comes into play, however you want to play it. But the scanners are designed to get you to bring these charts up when they're making the moves, and then you implement your strategy into that. So, yeah, CMEG went through some crazy stuff when SureTrader closed down. So I know there's still some people looking to still get subscribed or get approved and everything. It's pretty crazy. But hit me up on Discord. We'll figure it out. Also, always feel free to come in here, ask any questions if you have any. Always, obviously, willing to answer your questions. Again, just to expand if you are new here, one of the reasons I made this channel in the first place was because I felt like there was no channel out there that did what I wanted it to do, as in I wanted a channel where I could go to every single day and know that they were being 100% fully transparent, and I could know that they were telling me the truth. And I have yet to find that channel. So I like to think that our channel is one of a kind at this point, because you see everything. I mean, 100% everything. And I always tell the truth. I stopped lying in my life a long time ago when I found out it just wasn't worth it. I used to lie all the time growing up to my parents, to my friends. And to my friends is actually what kind of twisted my arm in my lower 20s, because there was a party. I'm sure most of you have heard this story, but there was a party on a major holiday, and I was asked by 3 different friends to 3 different parties, and I said yes to all of them on the same day around the same time. Basically barbecue. It was Memorial Day. It was barbecue on Memorial Day, and it was during the day, obviously. And, they were all asking me, and I'm just like, yeah, sure, I'll come. And so the day came, and I had to choose one of them, so I chose one. And then the other 2, they got on me about it. And I had never really had that happen before. Most people just kind of shrugged it off, but they kind of got on me. They're like, well, why'd you tell me you were coming if you weren't coming? That type of thing. And, it really it really hit home. And I just realized, I didn't even realize it then. I just kind of shrugged it off like, whatever. But it was a couple of years later. This one? But it was a couple of years later that I really realized that if I would have just told the other 2, hold on one second. That if I would have just told the other 2 that I couldn't come, they would have been like, oh, it's cool, he has other plans. And that would have been that. But it's crazy what it takes for you to realize that just lying is not worth it. You always end up getting caught, whether it's right away or, down the road. Let's see, MTL. So MTL's getting crushed a little bit even more now. Back to this support area from yesterday. see if it'll hold here. There's really not much volume there, so I'm not really interested in it, but I'm just kind of watching it. But yeah, back to, that was really the reason one of the reasons I started the channel. The main reason I started the channel was just to have like a diary or journal, whatever you want to call it, of my videos, just so I could watch myself trade, so I could go back and review and just see how I am trading in the moment, to watch my emotions, just try to learn basically. And then some, people started liking what they were seeing. So we just kind of expanded on it, and I eventually turned it into what it is now, to where I hope it's a place that people can come and they know every single day they're going to hear the truth. What comes out of my mouth is always the truth. What you see on the screen is always the truth. There's no hiding anything here, which this industry is just known for. It's known for deception. It's known for greed. It's just known for a lot of bad things. And I just wanted to be a channel where you didn't have to worry about those things. You want more? You're telling me that Ross isn't telling people everything? Yeah, well, I try to stay away from talking bad about other people as well. That's like the one thing I've been trying not to do. But, there are certain things that when you're in trading long enough, you're going to kind of see things that don't make sense. And Ross is one of them. He made this channel to sell pepperoni gift boxes. You know it. And I'm going to start right now. How many you want? So I'm not able to place a sell order if I have a stop in place. You should be able to. I'm actually going to try it on demo here in a second, just to show you. Up. Yep, you just want more? You drop it. You found Peppa. You don't want Peppa? Hold on. What? How about... What? How about this? 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 Who's that? You know who that is. Alright, well, you're not getting it back now. I told you throw it, you don't get it back. You want to get up? Up? You're not getting it back? I told you if you throw it, you don't get it back. That's the rules. Alright, so this is obviously on demo, and just to show you, make sure it's on demo. So we'll just do 100 shares. We'll buy. So we're at 537. So if we want to set a stop, we would go stop. We'll put it at market, and we'll just say under $5. So we'll do $4.99. So now we just hit buy, or sell. Don't want to hit buy. We already bought. So sell. So as you can see, I'll bring this down. So we got our stop order in there. So now I'll clear that. I'll hit P, put our position back in there. Oh, I got to go back to my demo account. P, and then we'll go, let's see, we'll put the order in at, let's see, 555. And we're going to hit short, but it should be a sell order. Now you're right. Security is not shortable. I wonder if we put them in the reverse order, if it'll allow us. Let's see. I see what you're saying now. So yeah, it's because it's coming up saying that we can't, because we already accounted for those shares in the stop order. Let's cancel that. So we'll put the sell order in up there at 555. And now let's see if it'll let us put a stop order in at 4.99. No, it's not letting me. You're right. Okay, so what you have to do is I'm going to show you what you're going to do. Since you apparently want to put an order in to take profit and have a stop, you're just going to do a range order. So stop, you're going to have stop here, have your order size in there, go to stop type, go to range. It's going to give you a low range. So we want to stop out 499 and our take profit at 555 and hit sell. And it'll put a range order in. And as you can see here, the bottom end is 499 and the top is 555. So now when your stop gets hit, it will be a market order. When your take profit gets hit, it will be a limit order. So keep that in mind. That's just how range orders work. Whatever the stop is always a market order, and whatever the take profit is always a limit order. So keep that in mind. Yeah, I see what you're saying. That's why I was a little confused because I feel like I've done that before. So I was a little confused why it wasn't working. And we're going to go ahead and clear this. Go back to here, hit position. And we are going to just jump out because we were just doing that for, but it does look like we might have got 555. It's trying to bust through. So hopefully that worked. Yeah, Vincenzo, that's kind of weird. Facts? What do you mean I don't talk about facts? What facts? I'll give you some facts. Just realized that my camera's kind of high for this screen. Yeah, I mean, it's essentially what he's trying to do anyway. He's just trying to put two separate orders in that do the same thing as a range order, so. Why would it force an early profit taking? You're putting in the price where you want it. So it's not going to take profit until it hits that price. Nice, Thomas. I just saw your chart. What was that on? AA? Did I miss that? Probably would have stayed away from this because of the range, but yeah, that was nice. Got the nice little 50 pop. I probably would have stayed away from it even more, to be honest, because of yesterday's high, which was actually at open. The daily actually looks pretty good, though. Good trade for you. What else did I miss in here? In futures, I have a bracket order. Same thing. Get out of here. Range, bracket. It's all the same thing. Oh, gotcha, Mr. Gifford. Yeah. Nope. It's exactly however you set it. So whatever you want that range to be, you set the low and you set the high. It's not like a 20 cents. So it would be 20 cents below or 20 cents higher kind of thing. You can, like, you could set your, some people set range orders on, a lot of people that swing trade use range orders. So they'll buy and then they'll set their range order like at $3 and they'll set their buy order up at like $10 or something, you know, something like that. Looking for like 2 to 1 or something. INSG. Yeah, it's kind of grinding up there. does anybody have any other questions? I'm going to look to get out of here. I am starving, but I can't eat until noon. But I really kind of want to just turn the sound on the TV on so I can go play with him while I try to clean up this mess that he made this morning. This kid is a terror. That's all he does is take everything out and mess it all up. But as you can see, we made the one trade there today on APOP. Actually, the second one there was a test. The first trade was also just the demo account, just to show you guys right here. So nothing kind of going on today as far as the real account goes. Still testing out these new buttons. That was my first trade on it. What is club doing? CLUB. So no volume. Interesting chart. Going to stay away. Not very interested. But as you can see, it is making an intense move based off of the volume and the current range of the day. So that's why it's popping off on the chart. APOP is actually trying to move again as well. So I'll probably keep an eye out for the scanner, but really not much going on again today. The volume's just been kind of slow, and it's kind of what we're dealing with over the last couple weeks. Just still in the holiday mood, I guess. Hoping that earnings coming up will really kind of, inject some volatility back into the market, and that's kind of what we're looking for. So I guess until then, if you have any questions, feel free to find me in Discord. I'll post the Discord link, as well as you can find me on Twitter. Feel free to message me on either of those, and I can answer any questions that you may have forgot about. Here every single morning, Monday through Friday. I try to be on a little bit early. I'm going to take Tom's advice from this morning. I'm going to start it a little bit earlier, just have the stream starting. But the official stream will most likely start around like 9:20, 9:25. And I will see you guys tomorrow morning. I will probably make a video, maybe, not sure yet, about the trade there on APOP. But being a demo account trade, not sure I'm going to. We'll see. We'll see. If I do, I'll see you then. If not, I'll see you tomorrow morning. Until then, peace. Coming back real quick. Vincenzo is right. If you do put an order out there, you have to be careful with it, because it's going to, a range order, it's not going to happen. Once your stop or take profit gets hit, you're going to, the whole order is taken out. So you don't have to worry about it. But if you try to put a stop and a take profit at the same time separately, if one gets hit, the other one's still going to sit there. So you have to be careful with that. That's what Vincenzo is getting at. As far as Tom goes, I'm going to talk to you in Discord about that, because like I had said, it's not that I disagree or anything. I just, I'm trying my hardest. Like and subscribe. Peace.